Yo, yo, yo! What's happening? You alright or what? Oh god. Hold up. Come on, game. There we go. Alright, cool. Cool. We're in business. How are we doing, everyone? How are we doing? Happy hump day. Happy hump day, everyone. Happy hump day. Hope you're having a good week. Hope everyone's out there is having a great week. And here we are at Fallout, and as you can tell from the title, we're going to be starting Old World Blues tonight. Now, just a few things to cover. I'm not using the same save that we used to beat the game. I'm using one, it's the same save, but it's prior to beating Lonesome Road. So we don't have all the Lonesome Road goodies or perks that I picked up when I went and beat that a few years ago. Yeah, that's the situation. I'll cover all of our gear and our equipment. Same thing. What I mean is perks, etc. Before we go into Old World Blues today. But yeah, I'm excited about this. It's been a hot minute mine since I've actually played Old World Blues. It was probably, well, definitely prior to this save where I went and beat Lonesome Road. So it was likely like 360. Probably the 360 when I last went through Old World Blues. I did start going through it there, but I didn't actually finish it. So I semi-familiar with it, and I've been trying to research it as well prior to today, so I'm not totally in the dark. Now, there is one thing I want to show off before we do anything, though, and that's this NCR veteran ranger. Now, I don't know if you could tell by his voice there, because everything should sound and look fine, by the way. If there's any issues at all, let me know in the chat. But if I talk to this guy again, and you can see from his neck there as well, this guy's a ghoul. He's a NCR veteran ranger who's a ghoul. By the way, I'm at Ranger Station Echo right now. That's the ranger station which is got all the ghouls inside, the NCR Ranger ghouls. They got turned into ghouls because of the dirty bomb in Camp Searchlight that was set off there by the Legion. And you probably remember Camp Searchlight because we had an awful time there in our actual playthrough that we did on stream. That's where Private Edwards was. And we watched Private Edwards. We saved him. We released him from Camp Searchlight, and we watched him walk off into the sunset. So I like to think that he went off, rejoined the NCR, did extremely well, became an NCR veteran ranger, and I'm pretending that this guy here,
You saved President Kimball, didn't you?
I'm assuming that he's Private Edwards, and that was the happy ending to his story. But anyway, right, with that out the way, let's go over all our particulars here. Just to clarify as well, I'm putting this back on hardcore mode, and the difficulties are on hard as well. So we will be playing on hardcore mode for Old World Blues, and let's have a look at our particulars here. Basically, skills-wise, it's not a huge difference from what we had when we did the Hoover Dam mission. We will need to be putting up our energy weapons to 100, but 94 is very, very good as well. Melee is quite high, which is good because we'll get to play with some melee toys in Old World Blues. Repair, I need to be going up in the right direction. Science as well, we're going to need to 100. We'll probably get some things that will help us get there as well. Sneak is on 90. Speech is only 95 at the minute, but that's going in the right direction. That's fine. Now, perks. We have the shotgun perks. and I'm really close to leveling. I'm gonna need to be picking up something on our next level because it will be 32, which is an even number, so we'll get to pick a perk. Let's look at our traits here. We started off with 4 eyes and good-natured, and we've got all the implants as well. There's the intelligence one. Monocyte breeder as well. Regenerative ability has been enhanced by the Phoenix. Motocyte breeder implant causing you to slowly regenerate lost hit points, so that's nice. There's the perception one there. We've got all of them. Ninja, we're going to be very sneaky. Ninja, shotgun surgeon there as well to go with and stay back. This is an interesting implant. Gives you a damage threshold of 4. That's even if you're not wearing anything as well. So yeah, got some good stuff there. I think our reputation with all the factions is exactly the same, apart from the NCR. At this point we were idolized and not a wild child, but everything else is exactly the same. It might the Khans as well is exactly the same. The Khans is liked. That scared the shit out of me. It was only China, don't worry, they'll phone back. So yeah, that's our character. Now I'm not taking anything with me. We're going to be as fresh as possible when going to All World Blues. But it wouldn't make sense to go naked and unarmed. I don't think our character would walk around the Mojave unarmed or without any equipment on. So I'll just go over that real quick. I'm taking a basic 3.57 Magnum revolver with me. And then just some explosives, but we're also taking the pulse gun that we got from the Brotherhood, because that's good against robots. Apparel wise, I've just got reinforced combat armor and helmet. These you can't take out of your inventory because they're considered quest items. And then we got sunglasses because we need those for our 4 eyes trait. I've got all the same aid items that I've been picking up as we go along, and the ammo that I taken with me is just ammo that's going to be useful in the DLC. So, with that covered, let's make our way over then, I guess. We're going to go south of Nipton, is where we actually enter the DLC. Right, let's go. I don't think I can take Eddie with me, but he is my companion right now. He's fighting with, more than likely what they are is bark scorpions. Yeah, there's some bark scorpions. I'm gonna help out, just because. Oh, never mind. No need to. I'm picking up XP for his kills, so it's fine. And they're only worth 11 a go, so not a huge amount anyway. Are we going in the right direction? Slightly off. We want to be heading down here. There's friendlies over there. I wonder who they are. Now we're way off. We want to be going over in this direction. Right into ant territory as well. There's fire-breathing ants all around here. Shouldn't be too much of an issue, even with this this gun. Is that where I'm heading to there? Perhaps that's where I'm heading to. Ah. Speaking of ants. Oh god, they're Legion! Oh my god, they're a Legion hit squad. This isn't good. I'm not equipped for this. And that's doing nothing. Oh my goodness. Right, hold on. Slow Daro to save. I can't be dealing with Legion hit squads on the way there. Right, okay. Not a great start. Let's try this again. Right, and I'm going to put a custom marker there just so we can head there straight away and try and avoid any trouble along the way. That's just Eddie fighting bark scorpions again. That's fine. Right, hopefully we can avoid any danger as well. I don't know what the hell was going on there. There we go. Oh, it's turned me around. We should be able to hop over these cars. If I can get there without bumping into those Legion, that would be nice. We were going in a completely wrong direction as well. I can already see, there we are. It's just appeared into existence. Projector. This is an old, one of those drive-in cinema things, I think. And there's the screen there. Right, now what we want is this satellite here. Hello? Can I, here we are. Crash satellite. Oh, it has to be midnight. I forget. There's enemies. Hopefully not Legion. Please don't be Legion. This to activate this is time sensitive, by the way. What is that? Do you see that off in the distance? They've got a gun. Someone over there fighting something. Can I wait now? Is that fine? Are they far enough away? Yes. Okay. So it's 6 a.m. and we want it to be midnight. So that would be midday. So another 12 hours. There we go. That should be correct. This is hardcore as well, by the way, so this is not good. This is not good for my stats. And here we are. This is active. Let me just check my stats as well before we go any further, because we just waited for a long time. Yep, my thirst is up. It's okay. I've prepared by bringing a few purified waters. Let's drink one more. That'll do. Okay, now we can activate this. Now there's midnight. Okay, the crash satellite seems to be the source of the strange transmission you received. All World Blues is recommended for experienced couriers, level 15 plus. That's fine, because we're level 31. You have a premonition that while you'll be unable to return to the Mojave until you solve the mysteries of the Big Empty, you will be able to take anything you can carry with you, and you will be able to return to the Big Empty at any time after completing All World Blues. If you are up to the challenge and you have all you want to carry with you, examine the satellite a little closer. The atomic wonders of science await. Okay, I think we're ready. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the satellite. Right, there goes Eddie as well. We can't take Eddie with us. He's returned to Prim. Okay, he's returned to where we picked him up. Roku, what's up, dude? Give you a quick shout out, Roku, before we get into anything. There we go, buddy. How are you doing? Happy Big Wednesday, dude. Thanks for coming along.
In the years before the Great War, Big Mountain had been the home
Nice
of a
clip,
mighty
dude.
fire.
You're too kind. Just getting into bed, the usual. Into bed. What time is it for you, dude? It's coming up to 20 past 6 p.m. for me in the UK. Happy Wednesday to you, sir. You too, Roku. Hope you're having a good week, buddy. Hope you're having a good week. Thanks for coming along as well, buddy.
Sonic emitters, space-age alloys, DNA hybridization.
Almost 9:30. 9:30 p.m. Wow.
Research.
Wow, so you're even further in the future than I am.
Cranial, cardiac, and trauma surgery. The hopes and dreams of a
Good night, my friend. Good
became
night.
realities in the electronic forges of Big Mountain. The nucleus of this research was the Dome, a huge stone facility that held the labs of every science known to man. It was a think tank where no problem could not be solved, where no question could not be answered. The Great War brought a new energy to Big Mountain and its scientists. Although sheltered from the front lines, the scientists waged their own war, fighting their battles at the atomic level. Equations and calculations marched endlessly across chalkboards and computer terminals toward one solution: winning the war. For years, the minds and computers of Big Mountain were a blaze of trajectories, weapon schematics, and nuclear theories. The problems began to outpace the solutions, first geometrically, then exponentially. As the war escalated, so did the questions. On the night of October 23rd, 2077, the scientists received an answer that put all their questions to rest. In the aftermath, Big Mountain's silent experiments went to sleep, their creators slowly dying in the new world that had been left behind. And the great stone in the middle of the Big Empty lay untouched, filled with countless technological wonders. Wonders that, in the end, had been answers to the wrong question.
All right. Okay. Okay. So you feel strangely heavier. A quick inspection of your body reveals faint surgical scars around your head, chest, and back. And here we are. We're actually in the Big Empty now, which is what they were describing in that little introductory cutscene. So this was a science facility in the crater of a mountain, and they got the best scientists of the world to basically work here. I'll take them, hell yeah. And obviously there was an important date as well noted in that cutscene, which was the date in which the bombs actually fell. That ammo, I think, is going to be pretty useless to us. In fact, I'm not sure whether it was wise to pick that up. But, yeah. Also, we're in a patient gown. I've still got my hat, though. I've still got my hat. Have I still got my sunglasses? I do. I still have my... I have all my armor. Okay. Let's put that back on. And we got this patient gown, which is only a damage threshold of 1, so it's nowhere near as good as our damage threshold 17. Reinforced combat armor and hat. So let's put that back on, and let's get inside and see what's going on here. Yeah, they mentioned the date on which the bombs fell in the Great War, which was the bombs that turned America into what we see in this game. Now, before we go into the think tank, I'm just gonna have a little wander around. There should be some good stuff around. I'm gonna put some of it away though. Now that I think about it. Let's put away, because I'm going to need some carry weight, and I've only got 16 carry weight at the moment, so let's put away those duct tapes for now. I'm not going to need them just yet. Right, okay, and let's go into the think tank. Banana. Hey Banana, happy Big Wednesday. How you doing? How you doing? Banana, here we go again. Indeed. A strange feeling of pacifism overcomes you, and you find you cannot draw your weapon for some reason. Okay, cool. My weapon's not great anyway. I didn't bring all my toys with me, as I explained.
I heard the pacification field kick in. All right, nobody move. I'll handle this. Be warned, intruder. You are in the presence of the mighty think tank of Big Mountain. The collective geniuses of... We... Why, Oppenheimer, which one of you self-professed geniuses has been adjusting my volume knob? Who was it? Was it you, 8? Oh, Dr. O, was it? Likely story. O couldn't spot 2 neurons if they were in a lattice of biomed gel.
What? Me? Breaking news, Klein. It wasn't me, alright? I'm the robotical engineer. Aid is sound waves. That's his specialty. You always do this. You always demean me in front of guests. And it's not O, alright? It's...
Enough! Either of you do it again, it'll be the last time. Now... Great. Now I forgot what I was saying. What was I talking about?
Right, just an FYI, this is going to be dialogue heavy for a little while. The intro to Old World Blues is rather a long one, but this is the think tank. Okay, we're currently speaking to Dr. Klein. These guys are the scientists that were mentioned in the intro. They're still here, but they're no longer human. They're just their brains in little robotic tanks. And they've continued to do their experiments far long after the bombs fell, basically. So, what we're going to say here... okay, let's not be mean to these guys, okay? Let's not say I don't give a shit what you have to say. Tell me where you hold me here now. Not to cut your speech off, is there something coming in on a big monitor? Are you the ones that performed the surgery on me? I was at a theatre, then I was here, what is this place? Or how are you all speaking through that one voice box? Let's say this.
Did it just say something? Anyone catch that? Boros, you work with animals. Translate. It's a lobotomite. Here, in the dome.
Ah.
Oh, as if this situation couldn't get any worse. Now we've got lobotomites. Dala, get the spray before it excretes all over everything.
Okay, so we're apparently a lobotomite. Let's see, lobotomite? What are you talking about? I wake up here, all cut apart, and I want some answers. Not to cut your speech off, that's the same. So is that. What are you talking about?
Dr. Klein, if my hypothesis is correct, this lobotomite is the repository of the brain we sent the signal to, the skin envelope once containing it. If so, it's proof that there may indeed be something beyond the crater. Just look at it. The way it blinks. It's like a big, hairless teddy bear.
I know what it is, Dollar. I want to know why it's down here. With its limbs all over everything. And are those penises I see wriggling on its feet? Disgusting.
I believe those are toes, Dr. Klein. Little teddy bear toes. Penises are much larger than those tiny extremities. Not that I would know.
I don't recall a human penis ever being that large.
It depends on one's own frame of reference, Dr. O. Look at its little nose with its 2 orifices for ingesting oxygen.
Noses?
Oh dear.
Why, the great static. These lobotomites confound me with their sheer number of useless extremities.
Okay, so another thing about this DLC. This DLC is basically Fallout New Vegas taking sci-fi and just, you know, going 110% with it. It's crazy sci-fi, but it's also full of humor as well. Often very dark humor though. We just hear Darla speak then. And we'll speak to her a little more. We'll speak to all of the think tank individually quite a bit in just a second. But we got 2 options here: science or speech. I'm gonna go with science because this is very sci-fi. So science is very on brand, I think. So hold up 1 finger, point at self, point at them, hold up 5 fingers.
Now it's holding up an array of fully erect hand penises. If it tries to insert them, activate vivisectors. Dr. Klein, wait. I don't believe those gestures were random. Random at all. It's been following our conversation. The lobotomite understands us.
I agree with Boros's histrionic findings. This little lobotomite is unusually attentive for something whose brain has been extracted.
Nonsense! Lobotomites can't comprehend us!
8, have you been in the mentats again? If we slow down our oral processoreceptors to understand this excretion, we'll all be rendered ignorant.
All of you, power down, shut up, and let me prove once and for all how wrong you all are. As usual. Lobotomite, do you understand me? Can you speak?
Yes, I'm guessing that the crash satellite was yours. Who are you all? What is this place? Why do I feel passive? I should be angry, really angry, and I'm not. And then there's those two options as well. I'm going to say yes. I'm guessing that crash satellite was yours.
Those were words, weren't they? In the form of questions. It's asking me questions. Is this some kind of trick? Our efforts have turned against us. In playing God, we created a monster.
Perhaps as we were ruthlessly lobotomizing it with our cutters, we filled the skin envelope with awareness. A teddy bear with new stuffing.
Wait. If what you're theorizing is this lobotomite understands us, can reason with us,
then this may be just the answer we've been looking for. At last, a chance to... Dr. Klein, a transmission from the Forbidden Zone, coming right at us. It can only be...
If it isn't my old colleagues, the mighty think tank of Big Mountain. Big fools, all of you. It is I, Dr. Mobius, transmitting from my dome-shaped dome in the Forbidden Zone. A zone that is, yes, forbidden to you. Even now, my deadly robo-scorpions swarm across Big Mountain with their pincers and pointy laser tails. Soon, all science will be mine. Even the technology sealed in the Big Mountain research centers cannot save you. So cower in your think tank. Wait for the end. That's all. Goodbye.
Mobius. Always the same.
It's so dramatic.
He's clearly mad.
Threw that
driven
banana.
insane by his flawed and imprecise kindergarten-level research methodology.
what are we going to do? There's no way we can breach the Forbidden Zone. There's those robot scorpions everywhere.
The Forbidden Zone, where no brain has ever entered, nor ever returned.
Except Dr. Mobius and the technologies that could save us. They are out of our reach.
And Dr. Mobius mocks us. Did you see his cracked monitor? He's clearly let himself go.
What? Ask the lobotomite for help? Hey, I think you need the fluid levels in your logic assist pumps checked.
If this lobotomite responded, Dr. Klein, then it is clearly intelligent, perhaps even displays heretofore unknown levels of helpfulness.
But what of its brain? We scooped that out. We don't even know where we left it. And for putting it back in, none of us have the knowledge.
Yes, but it's still aware and responsive. Look at it. It's regarding us even now, with its big teddy bear eyes. If we ask it politely, and leave the part about the unnecessary, ruthless lobotomizing out, it might be...
I am standing right here, you know, I can't hear you. So, as we just found out, they've removed our brain. Now, although it's kind of crude, and what they're saying, how they're getting body parts mixed up, etc. It does serve a purpose, as well as being funny. It just goes to show how like, unhuman these people have become. Obviously, they're just brains in these robots, but it's been so long that they've actually forgotten a lot about the physiology of humans. Even though they used to be human themselves. Don't ask me to work it out, but these guys got to be really seriously old at this point. But you removed my brain.
We removed your brain, yes. So soft, barely wrinkled, yet so flush with knowledge and experience. Brain extraction technology has been standard practice at Big Mountain for an immeasurable amount of time.
Once the brain was out, then came the coils. The Tesla coils. The coils of Nikola Tesla.
Okay, brainless perk. Your brain has been replaced with advanced technologies. Your head can no longer be crippled and is resistant to chem addiction plus 25%. And shock from bodily damage plus 5% damage threshold, minimum of +1. So that's really good. We basically just get more damage threshold on top of our implant. And we get addiction resistance when taking chems. So that's very, very good.
Yeah, ain't no need to brag. Wherever your brain is, it's transmitting thoughts to you through the
Tesla coils in its head.
This is fortunate in many respects. If your brain was anywhere in the dome, why, you could access your aggression centers.
Circumventing the pacification field. This is a no-no. We have never been in a fight. We do not want that. Reminds me of my days in American High. And Richie Marcus.
Okay, so we just figured out as well why we can't draw our weapon and why we feel pacifism. There's a pacifism field in this room. It's a mechanism, a defense mechanism of the think tank, so that they don't get attacked by whoever approaches them. Right. That doesn't explain the laser sutures on my chest and on my spine. So more scars from surgery that we've received from these guys. Of course, they've only explained to us at the moment that we've had our brain replaced with technology. So if we can get our brain back as well, we can bypass these pacification field. But why have we got more scars on our chest and the spine?
Was it necessary this time?
I assume full responsibility. I take my duties in the prodding and excision of living, breathing tissue quite seriously. Although in truth,
Oh, I think we've crashed over here. My feed is frozen. Let me just double check that the chat still works, because that's the most important thing. No, it's all crashed. Okay. Bear with me.
I removed them as well. Shh, little organs. Go to sleep in your tanks. Dala loves you.
First was the heart.
Okay, so more of our bits have been removed in this surgery. You would think that losing all of these organs that are quite important to living, that would be a bad thing, but actually we get perks in place of these bits of ourselves that we're missing. So the heartless perk, the scars on your chest seem to confirm what the think tank is saying. You cannot be poisoned, and filters in your artificial blood pump will regulate bleeding and healing, allowing all healing items, chems, to function at a higher level, plus 25%. Robots are now confused by you and 50% less likely to score a critical hit. Also a very good thing.
Oh wait, I mean, second was the heart. Brain was first. Third was the spine.
Okay, we're back. We're back over to the side of me now. Thanks for checking that though, Banana. It's working now though. Okay. Right. Okay, so finally, we've had our spine removed. So we are spineless, and due to complications with the procedure, your spine has been replaced as well. Your torso can no longer be crippled, and your strength and damage threshold have been increased by 1. So even more damage threshold, naturally. That's even before we put armor on. And we've also had our strength increased by 1, so very, very good.
Spine. Totally overrated, that arrangement of vertebrae. Look at me, with my lumbar and thoracic curvature. Never had a use for any of that. Spineless is what I prefer.
You took out my brain, heart, and spine. You extracted my brain, but what do you mean? Misplaced it? If you ripped out my brain, where the hell is it? I'll go for the middle option.
To be correct, you should say
Cyberpunk.
the autodox took out your brain. It did all the heavy lifting. It has never worked so hard before.
I think Fallout is more
Worked so hard
atom punk.
before surgery. It destroyed
I think
someone's
that is how you describe it, this genre, rather than cyberpunk. But yeah, it is kind of cyberpunk, having your bits replaced.
That autodoc junk
I agree.
was one of Mobius'
But I think the
creations,
official
so I
thing is
arrested
atom
talking
punk, I
scrap
think.
metal in the attic.
Don't quote me on
After
that.
that, the brain lost itself. Not in the metaphysical sense. Might have gotten flushed into one of the pipes. Actually, that's pretty likely.
If so, it was flushed all the way to Mobius. Flush. That is the sound of flushing. By the Fisher of Rolando, enough of this biological surgery talk. Lobotomite, listen to my voice. It denominates me to ask, but we need your help. In most probable of probabilities, our enemy, Mobius, has your brain. This is not good. He will most likely come after our brains next. We want you to stop him, somehow, with science.
Okay, so we suspect at this point that Mobius, who was on the monitor there and gave us that transmission, he is likely in possession of my brain. So what the think tank want us to do is collect up some technologies to stop Mobius, but in the process we can get our brain back as well. You said something about needing technologies to stop Mobius.
Yes, it is our only chance. A desperate plan that came to us after Mobius's first broadcast. Maybe, just maybe, if we reclaim these buried technologies, we can put an end to Mobius and the horrors spawning from the Forbidden Zone.
Okay, and with our intelligence now as well, we've got to check here. Intelligence is going to be popping up a lot in this DLC, as will science, as you can imagine, it being very sci-fi themed. So intelligence 6, what exactly is the plan? You're losing me in the generalities. I need specifics.
The plan was very complicated. We are still calculating how it would work if it succeeded. That is our part of the plan.
Why me? Can't you do it? I'll help. What you need me to do? Forget this. I'm not going to help you. Let's ask them why specifically me.
No.
Why not?
You are equipped to retrieve the technologies with your primitive form. We are not.
It's kind of embarrassing. You have hands, and a heartbeat, sort of. And eyes, mostly the hands. There's door handles and lockers and...
Enough! We need your help.
So basically,
You help us.
they haven't got the extremities to open doors, and that's why they need us. I'll help. What you need me to do? Let's say I'm listening. Let's not commit yet. Let's say I'm listening. Let's hear it.
Excellent. This is turning out much better than the activate the retreat protocols and cower in my room idea I had earlier.
Agreed. Oh, and I've used my robotical knowledge to, transmit the radio map waves to... Settle down, 8. I would have gotten it in a second, alright? 8's transmitted the last known coordinates of the research centers.
Banana. Oh my god, I love these brains in jazz. They are funny. They are funny. It gets even more let's just say weird very shortly. Oh, nice. I'm so close to leveling. I already know what I'm picking up perk-wise as well when we do level.
So do not give in to your biological tired laziness and decide you would sweat too much carrying them. You have a new spine. Use it. And even if you die in the act of reclamation, simply reaching them will auto-transmitify the schematics to us. That is still good. For us.
Okay. This whole place sounds dangerous. These devices sound dangerous. What are these technologies? If you don't tell me what I need to find, I can't help you. Alright. What are these technologies?
The technologies are the X2 transmitter antenna array, used to focus coherent thought at excessively high frequencies. The psychoanalytic, cardiac dampening, sneaky stealth suit. A suit like nothing this world has ever heard, seen, or could
Sneaky stealth suit.
And aids sonic sound wave emitter projectile gun, able to broadcast sound at lethal frequencies. It also gives a great biogel massage.
There. We have informed you of all we need. We estimate if you are focused, your time investment will be minimal, by our standards. If you work quickly, you will be the recipient of a gesture of gratitude from us. We do not bestow these old world gestures lightly.
The faster I can get through this, the better. Trust me, I want to get this over and done as quickly as possible. What if I take my time, explore the crater?
What illogic is this? Keep your filthy, penis-tipped feet out of our labs and secrets. There are things here no lobotomite was meant to see. Things that would astound and possibly terrify. Terrify!
Yeah, we don't come into your lab and decant your solutions.
Only the magnificence of our monitors allow for true comprehension of the wonders of Big Mountain. Shield your jellied eyes lest they burn from your skull.
Okay, so they really don't want me to go around exploring this area. So, doesn't sound like my style. Maybe I'll do a little exploring.
You would not dare. Perhaps I can change your mind using the greatest of our sciences, the fence. The radar fence that surrounds the Big Mountain crater will protect you from straying beyond the facility. The mighty radar fence protects us all. Get too close to the blinking posts, and the proximity warning shall be your warning. You are too close.
If you get near it, your vision will blur as the electrodes in your head shut off one by one. Click, click, click.
Possible memory loss will occur along with long-term nerve degradation. It is tied to not having a brain attached to your nervous system, but the nerve degradation is nothing to worry about. Such degradation would take many lifespans to become evident, and all biology dies. Such tiny inconveniences are less than the greater convenience and conveyance. You see, if rendered unconscious by the pylons, you will be returned to the sink, seemingly instantaneously by your deadened perceptions.
Okay, so basically that sounded really bad, right? It's not at all. Basically, the area of Big Mountain, all around the perimeter, you can't leave. If you get near to the edge of the map, it'll just teleport you back to the sink. We're going to be taking advantage of that, though. We're actually going to be using that to our advantage. So it's not as bad as they made out to be. So I can't leave. Why can't you go out there and shut them down? Oh, great. I don't want to hear any more about that. So I can't leave.
Oh. Dr. Klein? Dr. Klein? If I may intersect for a moment.
What is it? The lobotomite is asking me things, and I'm trying to ignore them. My processors can't ignore you both at the same time.
Well, you know how we asked it to fetch the sonic emitter thing? Turns out we already have it. What are the odds?
What is this, a high school science fair? Get your act together. You're making us look like a collection of round earthers.
You're always yelling. My receptors can't take it anymore. And neither can my feelings.
I am yelling because you contaminated specimens can't keep your probes off the volume knob on my voice module.
I like that line about the round earthers, because that was well before flat earth theory popped up again, to my mind anyway, to my knowledge, before it was cool, we'll say. If you have the gun already, I don't understand what you need. For the love of, please stop fighting. There's a weapon you can give me, hand it over, I'll put it to good use.
It is truly the end of all intelligence when a lobotomite speaks more wisdom than you geniuses. So, if we have the sound wave, sonic projecto thing gun, then what in Heisenberg's name do we need from X8? Anyone?
I believe we need a new frequency embedded into the gun. It was designed to broadcast many sounds once charged. We just don't know the frequency.
And it is lost in X8, just as X8 is forever lost to us. The sadness of my high school days, the sadness of my youth lost.
Oh, really, Boros? All you did in high school was call me Think Tattletale and all the kids you hated. You little teacher's pet brown hound.
Give the lobotomite the emitter. Does it have an audio effect frequency loaded?
Oh, I don't think so. Wait.
What is he doing?
I think he's sonjaculating into the gun. Getting it warmed up.
I don't know what sonjaculating means, by the way. It's something I don't want to know either.
Ding. Turkey's done.
You give it to the lobotomite. I'm not touching that thing.
We just established as well that they don't have hands, so I don't know how they're doing all of this.
Technological needs. Let me give it a little sonic sterilization first.
I think what
All right. All antibacterial.
I think what they're doing is loading the gun.
Here, my little teddy bear. I have thoroughly removed all Robco terminating code spew from the device. It is clean, shiny, and ready for your hands.
Okay. So we've got a few skill checks here as well. Energy weapons. Energy cells have a higher expenditure rate. Some extra reserve cells could offset that.
Yes, I believe Watt's electronics tended to make the battery shelf life on the low end.
They certainly did. Batteries for my vivisectors would always come up short.
We're finding out a lot about Dr. Dala here as well.
Manufactured holodiscs, or was it holotapes? Never can keep those two straight. Anyway, we're out of small energy cells. Dala? You have some? Why do it? Actually, never mind. I don't even want to know. And no, I don't
Something
wanna
dodgy's
handle
happening here.
batteries. Just pass them on.
That's all I know.
to Automate yourself.
$150, nice. Okay, so guns. I think I'm going to run out of carry weight. Here. Now, the second check is for guns. This sonic gun looks like an energy projectile. Got anything that spits lead?
What did it say? Spits lead? What, like pencils?
Oh, we might level.
It's a combustion pistol.
Nope, not quite.
A gun? Are you mad? We can't give it a gun. Guns kill. Leave big open holes in you that are like sores.
Guns don't
but
kill people,
worse.
rappers do.
Dr. 8 is correct. We already have given the teddy bear a lethal sonic death ray, filled with his sonic ejaculate and sterilized by my soft wooing. Giving the teddy bear a gun would be the equivalent of following the glass of hemlock. with an Abraxo chaser. Delicious and redundantly deadly.
If you're going to bring the Socratic method into it, fine. Give the Lobato bear a combustion gun. Burroughs, don't you have something like that?
Are you mad? We can't give it a gun. Guns... Wait, I said that already. Yes, I have the Cyberdog gun. With the little floppy metal ears and the curious nose sensor. Here.
Fine.
It is a dog gun as well. We'll have a look at that momentarily.
Always worried it's going to hump my chassis. Anything else, lobotomite?
Gun 75. This gun looks really hungry. I'd like to make sure it gets fed lots of bullets.
Fine. Moros, more ammo. The good stuff.
Top shelf ammunition.
That might actually be a level.
Hollow point?
No,
That's
not quite.
worthless but tasty. Oh, and here's some JFP. As if bullets need jackets. The JFP might make it ill and poop a lot, but when you're hungry, you're hungry.
They're talking about the gun, by the way, and the reason why is it is a gun made out of a dog's brain. Like I said, we'll cover that in just a moment. These have been sterilized too, right? I wonder what that does. Let's have a look.
The sonic emitter should be sterilized and more than enough for you to encircle your warm hands around, cradling it gently with your finger muscles.
Careful where you're pointing that. That device wasn't always a weapon. It was more like a force field kind of thing. Once.
Force fields prevent us from moving forward or backward.
They are irritating.
The sonic emitter was specially designed to disable
Banana. Oh my god, I remember that gun. All the things in Big Mountain is so out of the world. Yeah, this DLC is crazy. It's batshit with the science
And I
fiction.
know you were behind stealth-fielding my lab keys, Dalla. You formographer.
Dr. O, you rewind that comment.
Plenty of rewinding already going on in your formography tapes.
We're finding out lots more about Darla here as well.
Observations.
She's a bit of a pervert. Wait, so this gun you gave me can disable force fields?
Yes. Maybe. Well, no, not currently.
Yeah, we lost that part of the schematics. Or Boros did. In one of his stupid labs. Or inside one of his stupid pets.
It is lost. All questions lead to this conclusion. The blue fields within Big Mountain shall be fielded with force forever.
So basically, if we upgrade this gun, we can take out some force fields that will allow us to access more areas. We don't want to say I couldn't care less about all this. Can I go? Great. I don't want to hear any more about that. Can you please hurry? I've got a schedule. If there's nothing more, I need to stop Mobius. Let's say that. That's probably the most polite one.
Fine, so, yes. Get these things for us. Do not attempt to comprehend their complicated schematics. That is for us to do.
I'll head out then and be back with these things. I'll be sure not to tamper with anything, I promise. I'll go get these technology ones to see how much damage I can do. Yeah, let's say that one.
Well, good. What are the token words spoken in this case? Thank you? Yes. Thank you.
Wait, is it leaving? But, Dr. Klein, the lobotomite will need rest, recuperation, things like that. I volunteer my chambers, so it might
Of course she does. Of course she does.
Monitor radar slowly scanning its form to collect sensitive data.
No, that would put it too close to us. It could press buttons, turn lights on and off, and worse, let other lobotomites in.
We could give it Mobius's old room. This is where its brain got scooped out anyway. And plus some of its parts are already there. Might be more comforting for it to hang out with its spine and heart. Home is where the heart is, after all. See what I did there? Wet literal.
I suppose. We'll have to move that couch out of there. Been putting that off too long.
H says let the lobotomite take the Sync Central Intelligence personality chip and reinstall it. That stuffy Mobius program butler can walk the lobotomite, feed it, barter with it for us.
It would also prevent it from going to Higgs Village and taking up residence there with my teddy bears. And it would be nice to have it so close.
Your logic
Interesting.
combined with my desire to keep the think tank lobotomite free has swayed me. Here, I present the Sync Central Intelligence. Lobotomite, take this chip to the sink, plug it in, and make sure the chip is clean, or it could skip. Then make whatever crude biologic demands you need of the sink. It will cater to most of your hormonal whims.
Okay, cool. We don't have enough barter, unfortunately, but with Intelligence 8, this chip looks like it was mass-produced. Are there other chips?
Are there other chips?
Are you echoing what he said, or are you asking for real?
He's asking.
There we go. There's our level.
Dr. Klein, there are many other personalities. If you recall, you hurled them off the sink balcony after your argument with Mobius.
It is not an argument if one is clearly right and the other is clearly wrong. I remember now. Yes, lobotomite. There are other chips. If you want, find them. I believe they're stored on holotapes in many of our facilities. But you should stay out of those. No exploring and discovering things. The Sync Central Intelligence should be enough for your needs.
It's a shame I don't have the barter. I don't think I can back out of this conversation and try again. I think what that will lead to is them giving you some caps, because the Central Sync Intelligence Unit, when we go and activate that now, it will be a general store. So they'll give us, because we'll say, did you say barter? And they'll be like, oh yeah, here's some caps if you need them. I think as well, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think they may actually give a sort of loose explanation as to why caps, bottle caps, are currency in the future, and why that is. I can't remember them, and so that is unfortunate. I would have been able, if I was, if I thought about it, or in hindsight, I would have been able to consume a magazine to get me enough barter. But never mind. So you just plug it into the circular map thing in the sink upstairs. Alright, having a store available would be helpful. It has store connection, right. Can I back out? No, I can't back out. So just plug into the circular map thing in the sink upstairs.
Yes, you may need to wiggle it in a bit, but don't force it. We can't recode them if you break it. There is no more we can do to aid you, and our patience levels are depleted. Now go. Rest in the sink if you must, but leave us to our research.
If you're done, can we move again? My biogel's starting to crapagulate.
Of course! Go man your science stations! Go! I am surrounded by children.
Okay, for the smartest people that the world had to offer, they don't seem like the sharpest fruits in the bowl, put it that way. Anyway, right, on to our level 32, which does include a perk. It is a fun level because it's an even number. Now, I need to be putting my medicine up. We need to be putting repair up as well. And also energy weapons really need to go in the right direction. Science needs to get to 100 as well before the end of this. I'm going to put 6 into energy weapons, because that'll be useful. Now, I already know what I'm going to pick. But let's see what we got available to us, because I think we're a lot higher in level than we were when we were playing through this on stream. That's really good, actually, incidentally, now that we landed on it. This is the latest one that's available. 2 ranks on this, Implant GRX. It's basically like a slow motion when you activate it, and you can activate it, I think it's twice a day. So you gain a non-addictive subdermal turbo chem injector. This perk may be taken twice, with the second rank increasing the effect from 2 to 3 seconds, and the uses per day from 5 to 10. Oh, it's a lot more uses per day, actually. Activated in the Pimp Boy inventory. That's really good. Burden's Bear. You now carry an additional 50 pounds of gear. Okay, whatever. That stacks was strong back then. That's not bad, actually. Nerves of Steel. I haven't got Nerves of Steel. I need to be picking that up. You regenerate action points much more quickly than you normally would. Okay, we need to get that. Put a pin in that. The Wasteland has taught you some hard lessons, but you remember them all. You gain 1% to earn experience. No, that's terrible. Never take that. You don't just read books, you tear into them. Damaged books you pick up become blank magazines, which you can use to copy your existing skill magazines at a workbench. That's really good. Spray and praise, no. Right, let's just go straight to what I wanted to. I haven't got Grim Reaper Sprint yet. Wow, I'm going to have to take that as well. It's interesting because I haven't played this for quite a long time, obviously. I don't have Concentrated Fire. Oh my god, all these really good perks that I'm going to need eventually. Where is it exactly? Robotics Expert. This is what I wanted to take. Only one rank in this perk, okay? With the Robotics Expert perk, you do an additional 25% damage to any robot. But even better, sneaking up on hostile robots undetected and activating it will put the robot into a permanent shutdown state. 25% damage against any robot is going to be really useful in this DLC. So I already knew prior to leveling up that I'd be taking this. So there we go. Okay. Cool. Right, we're not done here quite yet though. I still need to, I'm well overweight. I'm very overweight. How can we drop a bit of weight here? That's even with our +1 strength that we picked up from our perks. This will give us +1. Right, okay. So it's 10 pounds of strength, 10 pounds of weight per point of strength. There's one other thing I want to check as well. I want to see Lad's Life. No. I wanted to see if I've got a magazine to put up my barter. Yeah, there we are. I've got 1 salesman weekly. Unfortunately, if I knew about it, I could have used that prior. What can I dump immediately, which I'll tell you what I can do. There is containers around here. I need extra carry weight as well. There's a few more things I want to collect around here. So we're not done in this room just yet. Oh, that's really useful. What we'll do, I think we'll drop that. I'm not going to need that. Let's take a look at our ammo first, because we can pop some of this away, I guess. Or maybe if I'll put away some of these explosives. So I don't need to carry 26 grenades around with me. Let's put some of them away. That's already helping a lot. Pulse grenades can go away for now. So can the pulse mine. I tell you what, I'm going to put away all these frag grenades as well. I'm going to keep some mines. They could be useful. Patient gun can go away. That can go away for the time being. That's 4 weight there. I'll come back and get all of this anyway, because I want to move it over to the think tank. Right. I'm going to put 10 of these away as well. That's a lot of weight. Put 1 more away. Actually, I'll put 6 more away. There we go. Only 8 more weight now to get rid of. Why is it always carry weight? It's always carry weight. I guess I'll put 5 of these away. And then, do they weigh? They don't. Some stealth boys as well, I guess. We'll put 3 of these away. I still need carry weight, though. Oh, I can drink them. Let's drink those Sunset Sarsaparillas real quick. Here we are. Okay, we got 4 weight now. Right, that should be fine. Okay. Ah, that did weigh. I was hoping it wouldn't. Let's put some ammo away then, I guess. I'm going to put away these 44s because they're not of any use just yet. Flamer fuel, that can go away. There we go. Okay. Alright, good stuff. Now, before we go talking to the think tank again, where is it? It's on one of these tables somewhere. Maybe this one over the other side of the room. I just wanted to collect this before we run out of carry weight again. Here we are. Dr. Klein's glasses. So let's take a look at them. Dr. Klein's glasses. Repair +5. Intelligence +1. Intelligence +1 is useless to us because we're already on 10 intelligence. And in New Vegas, of course, this was before you could go over the cap on your stats. Richu and Bears. Yeah, it's always carry weight and it's always Bears. You're right, Richu. How are you doing, buddy? Happy Big Wednesday to you. Hope you're having a good week. Let's get you a shout out real quick. Thanks for coming along as well, Rich. I really appreciate that.
Oh, that's totally what I meant to do there.
How are we doing, buddy? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. But the other stats on this are going to be quite useful, actually. In particular, the repair. I'm going to swap them out for my sunglasses. So let's put them on instead of the sunglasses, which don't actually weigh anything. So I can't drop any weight there either. Now then, let's go and talk to, initially, I think, Dr. Klein.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated.
Science 70. I'd be honored if I could hear any knowledge the think tank has to share on the sciences.
Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the others. They can help you.
Rich who? We in our resting place for the week. They're working away on our apartment. I'll be holed up like this for over a week, so I'm trying to get cozy. Is it nice where they've sent you, at least? I hope so. I hope it's not like, just basic place they've put you in. You seem like the one in charge. You are. Who is Dr. Mobius? Why do I have this strange passive sensation in here? We've already covered that. What is this place? I'd like to know about the Forbidden Zone. Can you tell me more about these pylons? I have some questions about the brain extraction you all performed. That's all for now. Goodbye. I'm going to say, you seem like the one in charge. You are.
I am Dr. Klein, Chief Head Researcher of Logistical Operations and Ideology here at Big Mountain.
All right, okay.
You have not heard of me. I am first in my field. First chair, as it were, back in the days of chairs.
Okay, Richu, I'm in the apartment, just all bunched up in our living room. It's the only good room, so we got all of our stuff in here. It's quite comical. Ah, right, I see. So you're just accessing the living room in your apartment. I'm with you. Okay. Right, it's all for now, Dr. Klein.
Yes, a most goodbye. Did you retrieve the technology?
Okay, and I don't get that other speech check as of yet. But, right, we're going to go and talk to all of them individually anyway. Not Dr. 8 just yet. Let's talk to Dr. Boris.
The lobotomite animal before me. What other terrifying terrors will plague us in our quest for knowledge? Communists? Communist animals, perhaps? Be warned. Attempt to propaganda me. I will shriek as a frightened babe, calling loyal cyber dogs to my aid. Do you comprehend, commie animal?
So straight away off the bat now, we know what Boris's two fears are, which is animals and communists. Calm down, I just had some questions.
Just as I feared. Questions. Quizzes. Just as there were in American high school. And if there are no answers, how will the think tank graduate?
Who are you? What do you do here?
Before you
is the brain of Dr. Boros, head of animology, beastology, and DNA scrambling technology here at Big Mountain. I lay the bones and hearts of animals bare beneath my searing gaze, especially the dogs. I did so love dogs once. Especially Gabe, that rascal. But there are many animals to shape. Industrious cazadors, the happy-go-lucky night stalkers. They are my living, breathing DNA test tubes.
Ah, okay. So now we know that this guy is in charge of animal breeding and DNA splicing and stuff. But we've also just found out, he's just admitted to us that he's responsible for creating cazadors, and he's also responsible for creating night stalkers. Both are horrendous nightmare-fueled creatures in the Mojave. So you're responsible for cazadors.
Indeed. Docile, curious, safe, sterile. They are contained here at Big Mountain to preserve DNA and for observation.
Now that's not true, as we know, because we've run into cazadors on many of occasions, and they are absolute nightmare-inducing horrible monsters. So, what makes you think that they haven't escaped?
Because Big Mountain safety measures are far more sophisticated than their primitive animal instincts. We are their lords and masters.
Contained at Big Mountain? Those things are all over the Mojave.
No, such creatures are found only here, for research purposes. They would no more be capable of escape than breeding.
Again, we know that they breed as well, because we've seen their nests. We've even, you even collect their eggs for one quest. We didn't quite do that though. And we've also seen young cazadors everywhere as well. I don't think they're sterile. They breed, alright?
I cannot expect a lobotomite to understand the careful surgical castrating procedures used in their creation. Perhaps a demonstration of my castrating power would settle your doubts.
No, that's alright, trust me.
Oh, that's too bad. Perhaps we can perform a sterility castration some other time then.
You don't seem to have a grasp on your own research there, Dr. Boros.
Nonsense! That is what you speak. Nonsense from beyond. I was at the top of my high school class in American high school. I knew facts. I knew figures. I knew data. We would know if our research was flawed. It is not. We never contradict ourselves, so do not even try.
Alright, when did you create the cazadors?
In 2000, let's see, carry the 3, then count backwards from the Great Static, or beyond. There were the tarantula debates, and something about hawks, which made it around 2003, May, Tuesday. It was definitely Tuesday.
So this guy allegedly created cazadors in 2003.
Debating this. What you ask is of no importance. Mobius besieges us. There are more important things to worry about than data and facts.
Okay, I want to know more about Mobius. Tell me about this radar fence around the crater, why declines want these particular technologies. Okay, I think that's all we need out of this guy. Hold on. I did pick up the quest, right? Quests. All my friends have off switches. Nope. Picking your brains. Ah, yeah, here we go. This is the quest where we want to go around speaking to all of the think tank members. And we've already done Dr. Boros, so let's go and speak to everyone else. Right, that was Boris. Let's go speak to 8 here. What was that? Did something happen with your voice module? That is too bad, or good, or something. Is that a yes or a no or a yes and no? Yeah, just say that. Can I ask you some questions? I'm pretty sure you can understand me and I want some answers. I'll be going out. Can I ask you some questions? Who are you? Sounds important, I think. I think we're missing something here. Let me re-talk to him again. It's me again. I wanted to ask you some questions. I've definitely missed something with him. Dang. Alright. I'll come back to 8. Is he off the quest now? Dang. Alright. We might have missed out on a lot of options there with 8, unfortunately. Dr. Darla.
You are an unusual specimen to so boldly walk into the mighty expanse of the
She's the
city,
perverted one.
fearless and proud as a teddy bear. Between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities and urination-inducing fear, most lobotomites dare not approach us, let alone speak to us. Yet you have no such fear. Facing me, epidermis flushed with blood, plasma running molten beneath, your face contorting with muscular expression. Will you indulge me? Say a few words. Face towards the monitors, please, so that I might record it for further examination.
Okay, so this is where things get a little bit weird, okay? It's a pre-warning. The quick scribe jumped over the lazy paladin.
Yes, go on. Seeing your lips and mouth forming words, both revolting and somehow... How does it feel to have the flesh roll around in your mouth like that? To control each muscle and the tongue, like having a fish or extremely dexterous slug lolling.
These computers are very weird. They are indeed, Rick. It's gonna get weirder as well. Oh, I haven't got the perception. Dang. Alright, let me see if I can boost my perception real quick. Why don't I have the right perception? I have my glasses on, right? Yeah. What gets your perception up? Is it mentats? Mentats. Perception +2. There we go. Just eat one of them.
And you return.
Looping gesture of greeting.
Looping, yes. It is a scientific fact that hormones drive a percentage of lobotomites into recursive behavior patterns. We haven't researched this, as my colleagues care little about the behavior patterns of lobotomites once their brains are removed. It is why so many are littered around the facility, like skin envelopes, discarded after they are peeled open and the contents extracted.
Right, what recursive behavior patterns are you talking about?
It varies according to the number and density of lobotomites that have infected an area. In 43% of observed cases, true lobotomites left alone will fight for dominance or inject bodily fluids into each other's orifices. Unsanitary. I have tried to observe more cases, but subjects seem unwilling to release bodily fluids in my presence.
Alright, here we go. Here's the perception check. I can't help but notice your fascination with the human body.
What? Nonsense.
Close eyelids, breathe deeply, and then stretch languidly. Turn and cough roughly, then slowly scratch your nose. Run your hands along the sides of your face, then exhale rapidly. Okay, these are things to get worked up, we'll say. Okay, now I think I'm gonna go for the bottom one because that sounds the most funnily, well, not erotic, but the way that Darla would take it, I think this would I think this would get her the most worked up. We can close our eyelids, breathe deeply, then stretch. That actually might work as well, if we do a big stretch as well. Cough roughly and stretch. Run your hands alongside your face and exhale rapidly.
What? What are you doing?
Oh my god, what is this? Yeah, it gets weird. I told you it gets weird. Right, we've done that one. Okay, let's do the top one so we do a big stretch for her as well.
Stop it. Why? Why are you making me partake in this filthy formography?
Okay, and then the last one was to scratch our nose.
Enough. I'm already intrigued.
I think we're flirting
You
with her.
have sufficiently percolated me. I don't know what it is about the biology of lobotomites. It infects my thoughts.
I hope this is legal.
All that skin and muscle.
I hope this is
tissue.
legal. Right. Why don't you just give in? There's nothing wrong with looking at the human body.
Perhaps there is value in what you say. I did so enjoy breathing once, long ago.
It could come back anytime. I could come back at any time and just breathe if you want.
Would you? I feel so ashamed, but yet so intrigued. You'll need to give me a rest in between visits, or else my jaw might run over. If you're ready, let me radar scan you. Slowly. Ooh. Ooh. Purple, purple, ooh. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Purple. Ba, ba, bloop. Ba, ba, bloop.
We get a bunch of drained energy weapon ammo from that. And we can do that every day as well.
Last little bit there.
Did we just have sex with a robot?
Please.
Is that what just happened?
You must come back for further study once I've had a rest. I'm a little sensitive right now.
I think we just had sex with a robot. Who are you and what do you do here? Probably best to ask someone that prior to having sex with them. But who are you? What do you do here?
Why, my little bear of teddiness. I am Dr. Dalla, first head chief researcher of mineralogy and medicinal
They want you to come back. You can come back and do that once a day, and you get a load of drained energy weapon ammo for it, which you can convert a workshop into ammo. You can recycle it.
That is merely schooling, however. When possible, I prefer fieldwork and observation to holotape eidetics. It has proven useful, especially now. I have become the expert on humanology and lobotomite behavior here at Big Mountain. My research doesn't descend into formography. It is only science.
211 doctorates. How is that even possible? So these guys back when they were human, they were actually really super smart. What's happened to them over the years though? Maybe they got a bit senile or something, who knows. But they were impressive in their fields of science. They all have a speciality as well. Yeah.
Why, we create not only scientific marvels here at Big Mountain, but new sciences as well. Everything can be quantified, categorized, and dissected until every group can be subgrouped or partitioned.
First head chief researcher, a lot of titles.
What is a name without a title or suffix for the sake of hierarchy? It is a long-standing quantification of personality and importance. We could not do without it. Surely you must be aware of the gravity of such attached appellations, just as surely as you must have a title.
I'm sometimes called a courier.
Oh, a mailman. A delivery man. Someone who takes parcels from place to place using their primitive feet or similar conveyance. You are the second one I've met in recent times. Very different specimens.
Second courier, you say?
Of course. You must have met others in your travels. This one had met other couriers too, although it sounded as if he hadn't met the correct one. He asked us all many questions, and then he asked a most perplexing one. We had to segment the event out of our memories for safety.
Okay, there's a lot of important stuff going on in that conversation. She's mentioned that we're the second courier that she's come across. The first one appears to have been looking for another courier, but had not yet found them. And asked them a question as well. He asked them a question, and it was so profound and so important that they had to erase it from their memories. What was the question?
I do not know, nor should we try to access it. Perhaps Klein has the logs.
Ah.
My evaluation would be to let your own curiosity go. I do not think that Klein remembers the conversation as being satisfactory.
Okay. All right, and that's added another quest as well. Okay, I think we're done talking to Dr. Darla at this point.
Our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
Before we go and speak to Klein about what she's just told us, though, let's continue to talk to the rest of the members of the think tank.
Breaking news. Talking lobotomite arrives in the think tank. Its purpose, unknown. Undefinable. Its presence here, impossible.
You're Dr. O, correct? Oh, let's say, I think you mean impossible.
Oh, really? Now the lobotomite is a master of the dictionary arts. What, do you have a doctorate in verbology? No? I do. And stop the presses. Just in from my eye monitors. Is that Rob Kotek on your arm? It is. What's your agenda bringing that in here?
What, my Pip-Boy?
How dare you bring Rob Kotek in here? What are you showing off? How great Robert House and his big company are?
Ooh, we can make Securitrons better than any robot those geniuses at Big Mountain could make, and they'll last 1,000 years.
You're lucky I don't have hands to tear that dip boy off your arm. Or
Dip boy.
Stomp on its stupid metal guts. Ugh. Damn Robco.
Okay, so this guy hates Mr. House and Robco. So it's because he's the robotics expert here at Big Mountain. He took one look at my Pip-Boy on my wrist, which is Robco developed, and he's gotten really angry about it. Now, in this instance, as we know in this universe from when we did the Battle of Hoover Dam, we sided with Yes Man. So Robert House is actually dead in this universe, and we can tell him that. Well, you don't need to worry about Mr. House anymore.
Worry about House? Why would I do that?
Am I the only one who heard Dick Boy? That's funny.
And him and his dirty
Big baby.
Don't even get me started on those filthy biological.
It does sound, now that you mention it though, it does sound very similar. Calm down, just wanted to ask some questions.
Fine. Ask.
What do you do here?
All things robotical. You see a robot? I made it. See a broken robot? I made it that way. Deconstructed it down to parts. I have a gift with machines. I can render anything inoperable. Preserve them in a non-functioning state.
That doesn't sound impressive. Breaking machines, that is.
Who asked you? You just wait until a working machine threatens you, and you'll wish I was around.
Okay, I can't barter with him, unfortunately. I could do that with a magazine, so we might pop one in just a moment. But first of all, let's ask him about his name. Do you have another name?
Yeah, I do. It wasn't always O. I just took that one by default because sometimes it's easier to accept the mistake as long as the purpose works. I don't want to get into it. It's a sore topic with me.
Sorry guys, my
Makes my gel
Twitch app is gone a bit funny again. Speech 65. Are you sure? I'm a good listener, got the ears for it.
Great. Psychology. Clearly the worst of the sciences, right after cholestodiuretics. Okay, so my name isn't O. Never was. It was circular, a single character, digit, but not O. But even with enhanced sensors, no one here could get it right. Always kept seeing the letter, not the number.
Intelligence of 7. If they kept confusing the letter with a number, your name is Dr. Zero.
Yes, thank you. Zero. I am Zero. How hard is that? A narrow, thin zero.
I don't know. O sounds more impressive. That's not much of an improvement. Alright, so you want me to call you Zero or...
Zero's my name. I'm proud of it, alright? It doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Truth be told, my emotional attachment to it doesn't even register compared to just having people recognize the difference. It's just that they're both sort of round and hollow, so when they monitor scan them, they assume that, oh, it's O. Vivisect me, please.
Sorry guys, just a second. Intelligence 9. If you wanted to differentiate the 0 and O, just put a slash through the 0.
What?
It's standard terminal code to distinguish the two.
Did I shoot myself with a brainial beam or something? That's brilliant. I mean, I would have come to the same conclusion. Eventually. Oh, who am I deceiving? I never would have figured that out. I can't figure anything out. I'm useless.
Just a second. Let me catch up, guys, because... oh, we're up to date. We're up to date. Yeah, I lost connection on my Wi-Fi on my Xbox, which is using the Twitch app. So, over here, the chat's reset. So, just double-checking that I didn't miss anything. And that's what makes you truly a 0. Let's not say that. That's mean. I have no idea how you incompetents survived this long. So is that what you want to be?
Exactly. At least the old name was indisputable. O is more like surprise. Oh, look what I stepped in.
Well, there's power in 0. It reduces anything multiplied against it to 0.
Well, of course it does. That's the most lethal of mathematics. That's pretty cool, actually. Destroyer of numbers. I already read every robot I study. Why not basic arithmetic? I like your solution. With that kind of slash in the middle, I can set myself apart. If I wanted to. And make a 0 and all the think tank. They won't be able to escape it. That diagonal slash right down the middle. Thanks. Talking to you, it really helped unclog some frustration. Talking. What a primitive form of thought kicking.
Let's ask him if he's got any amazing discoveries to share.
You know, hearing my name said like that, it really de-reses my screens. As for discoveries, well, of course. Look at this. Just built it. Amazing, isn't it?
So he's just giving me 2 scrap electronics and 2 scrap metals. Not that impressive, but let's see. This scrap metal is supposed to be something. It looks like junk. It certainly is interesting, whatever it once was. Let's humor in.
You know what? I'm not even gonna pretend. I broke one of the monitors, and those innards start falling out everywhere. If you could just hold on to that for me until, well, forever, that would be welcome.
Hold on, let me see if I can get that barter check as well. Hold on. Right, okay. That was for the barter functionality in the sync. So let's do that because... What was the magazine called again? Can't remember. Salesman Weekly. I've only got one of these. So let's burn it now. May as well. I'm going to need something to debug the Central Intelligence barter routines.
Sure, let's see. What can we feed that stupid personality chip? Here we go. Some worthless bottle caps. These should do it. Just dump them on its surface, and the trade interface should pop up.
Can you tell me about this facility?
Big Mountain used to be a mountain. Then there was a slight mishap. Now it's a crater. The dome used to be buried, now it's exposed to the sky. Don't get me wrong. Makes the sky light up like a planetarium at night. All those spectra. So soothing.
Okay. Tell me about Mobius and these monsters of his.
That genius Mobius somehow cobbled together these really impressive-looking robot scorpions with spare parts. Even painted them. Tried to see what makes them tick. Can't even examine them without them detonating all over me. Left with shrapnel and burns. Every time. Supposedly, he has even larger models, even a giant robot scorpion hidden deep within the Forbidden Zone. Yeah, right. Giant monsters, sure.
A giant robot scorpion?
Yeah, crazy, right? Something right out of a midnight science fiction feature. Ridiculous. What are the odds?
Okay. So, rad scorpions aren't a thing anymore. Now we got to deal with giant robo scorpions, which is great. We still need to figure out 8, though. Hold on. Let me just check my quest log. I'm over encumbered as well. I know about that. I'm just going to dump the stuff that Zero just gave to us. Yeah, we've completed all of that. Maybe I need to speak to Klein to get some information out of 8. I do know, though... Oh, I will take those microfusion cells. I do know, though, that his options... I know what opens them. I just need to get it out of dialogue, basically. I'll pop these away a second. I brought those with me to sell. Let's see. Where was the stuff that... scrap electronics, scrap metal. There we go. Okay, that'll do for now. Right, Klein. We have to speak to you anyway, because Darla told us about the other courier.
We need them, as I have indicated.
Alright, Klein, calm down. I heard one of the previous visitors to the dome spoke to you, asked some questions.
Oh, yes, the last visitor. Well, the one just before you. Had an interesting name from some language that's almost impossible to speak. What did we speak about? Melancholy fellow. Had questions about history, but our conversation got interrupted. Twice, I believe. Once when the trains got derailed, and then a second time. Oddly enough, now that I'm accessing my databanks, I don't recall what the second time was. Mobius's incessant transmissions keep distracting me. Also, we didn't brain scrub the visitor. He may have left with some knowledge he shouldn't have. I believe, maybe. Oh, well, I'm sure it's of no consequence. I don't make many mistakes in calculation or perception, so probability favors me.
Okay, so there, he just explained to us a bit about the other courier that came through. Now, I'm going to ask him a few more questions, see if I can probe him enough to get some information out of 8. Let's ask him, what is this place?
This is the think tank. The nerve center of Big Mountain. The greatest research
Bear with me a sec,
center
guys.
known
I'll
to
be
man and to us. Here we test and test and test some more in the name of science. Atomic power, nuclear power, and scientific power.
Hey-oh, sorry. Okay, I've heard this place called the Big Empty.
Yes, because the intellectually challenged see an M and a T next to each other and take Occam's razor to it. While you are here,
That's quite clever,
to
actually.
this place properly, and you will do the same with the other scientists here.
Who is Dr. Mobius?
Dr. Mobius was not the horrifying creature you saw upon the screen, twisted by science. He was once one of us, a friend. He researched in directions contrary to the think tank. Brains, 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 always about the brains. So we exiled him. He says he left of his own volition, but that was to save him the embarrassment. Now he sends his intelligence-consuming scorpions from the Forbidden Zone to plunder the secrets of Big Mountain. He is a menace.
Here we go. Let's see. Let's go for the Medicine 50, because it'd be worth more experience, basically. Robo-scorpions drain intelligence from living creatures. How? Chems?
I'm not certain. Perhaps it only affects machines. If so, you may be immune. If it is chems, then we have nothing to fear. Since we are afraid, it must not be chems, and you need not fear, which means you can test it. Logical.
Alright. Why do I have this strange passive sensation in here?
It's a side effect of the cerebral scrubbing. It won't stop you from excreting, or asking questions, apparently. Have to correct that next time. Hormonal aggressive tendencies are actively suppressed, however. They are a no-no and not permitted in the think tank. The scrubbing also ensures your silence to keep Big Mountain safe. This facility is top secret, and you cannot speak of it to anyone outside of Big Mountain. Should have done it with the last batch, and the anti-aggression scrub.
Why the anti-aggression programming?
We had to take precautions after the last visitors.
Aha, here we
They
go.
caused a great deal of damage in a short time. Should have made sure they couldn't mention Big Mountain once they left. An oversight.
Who were these visitors? We know about one. One of them was the
Dr. O
courier.
could tell you more. Dr. O more than 8. The battle against the visitors damaged 8's voice module. Suffice to say, those visitors are unwelcome. They stole a great many secrets and much technology. Impertinent. They also broke one of my trains.
Okay. Here we are. Now we've got another quest. A lot of quests that you activate in the think tank just from digging around in speech options. So we got another one, and I think that's the lead we needed to talk to Dr. 8 as well. I'm going to keep asking him about the rest of the stuff, just in case there's anything else in there, like sneaky speech checks or anything of that nature.
That glowing red scar, that laser lobotomy canyon maze carved in the landscape as if by some child. It is Mobius's fortress.
Incidentally, we did see that when we arrived, and we had a look around on the balcony. We could see the Forbidden Zone. It was all red and lit up and shining lights into the sky. Can you tell me more about these pylons?
Ask Boros. I believe he knows more about the fence than any brain. Except maybe Mobius. Mobius was involved in their construction, if I recall. But he's such a hack, he probably was reading off Boros' notes and schematics.
Another thing that is become apparent as well is that this guy, he really hates Mobius. And he discredits his intelligence all the time. It'll be interesting to keep that in mind. I have some questions about this brain extraction you all performed.
Well, we didn't actually do it. We tried to clean up after, as always, but usually the auto dock runs on remote. But we programmed it, or Mobius did. Still, this new wrinkle with the Tesla coils in your skull was unexpected. I mean, we predicted we'd have a breakthrough eventually, but Gala knows more. She supervised your spine peel and the heart circumcision, then dumped them both into the tanks in the sink above. Quite sanitary. Sure took her time. She always takes longer than projected with lobotomite surgeries. Not sure why.
I have a good idea why she takes longer than expected, to be fair. You said before that Mobius might have my brain.
Yes. In all probable likelihoods, yes. Possibly. That it may have gone to Mobius is merely an inkling. I don't know why, but it may be something involving the surgery code. Actually, I don't know. All I know is it misplaced itself, or it floated off. They get into robots sometimes and go on a tear.
Oh, some more checks. Oh, we don't have enough medicine, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to go with Science 35. What's this autodoc surgery code you mentioned?
Mobius's legacy code was in the old auto dock. Yes, it fried itself after your procedure, so we couldn't tell for sure. It is unfortunate. We would have benefited from knowing how the breakthrough occurred. Even if we installed another chip, the information is lost.
If I back out and come back in, could I get that
Yes.
medicine check? 2 seconds. Aid. What's the book? I can never remember the name of the books. Physician Today? Is it Physician Today? Programmer's Digest. I don't think I have any. Oh, it's Today's Physician. The other way around. There we go. Right. We should be able to make that check
Did you
now.
retrieve the technologies yet? We need...
Where were we? Was it the pylons? Oh, brain extraction. There we go.
Well, we didn't actually do it. We tried to clean up half... No. Sure took...
You said Mobius might have my brain.
Yes. That is...
Ah, here we are. Mobius set up the orthodox medical routines, so you think he's responsible for the post-organ dump?
Yes. Always leaves back doors into things. Have to keep finding them and closing them. The autodoc is now erased of his routines. It was thorough. Only Mobius would know for sure what happened with the procedure. Perhaps. Well, and your brain, of course, it would know as well.
My brain would know?
It can communicate the procedure when we examine it. It is conceivable to trace its surgical scalpel prints once we have the brain. Might take some time, but your brain has no pain nerves to scream at us while we dissect it. Convenient. I detest screaming in my lab.
Why would Mobius want my brain?
Why does he seek our destruction? Why did he build robot scorpions with intelligence training stingers? It is because he hasn't cleaned his biogel in a long time. Clearly he's got some sort of psychological corrosion. He's mad.
Oh, another science check. These mechanical robot scorpions consume intelligence. Are you certain of your findings?
Dr. O is certain of his findings, and no one else in the think tank is willing to test the results. Loss of brainial power. Terrifying. O has said on many occasions his inability to comprehend Mobius's robo-schematics is because of repeated robo-scorpion stings.
Ah, okay, so it's not true. Dr. Zero just doesn't want to admit that he's not that good at his speciality. There we go. So, robo-scorpions don't actually drain intelligence. It's just a big fat lie from Dr. Zero. Now, Dr. 8, I should be able to get more information out of you now that we've learnt about the attack on the think tank. It's me again. I wanted to ask some questions. Your damaged voice module. Can you tell me about the attack? I didn't catch that. Maybe part of the damage. Not sure what you meant. This is a waste of time. I didn't catch that. Maybe a part of the damage. Dang, it didn't go anywhere. Let's try another one. Here we go. No. Okay. Do you know anything about Dr. Mobius or the Forbidden Zone? Okay. Alright, alright. Just calm down. Didn't mean to alarm you. Okay, here we go. Now we're starting to figure it out. So, science to 75. Wait, after listening a bit, that's Rob's co-termling protocol you're broadcasting, right? Or perception of 7. You're emitting characters in patterns of 8, bracketed with tone adjustment at the end. I'm going to go for the science check because of the XP. I'm just full of surprises. Nice pun on the header file, ref. So we're starting to understand Dr. 8 and how he speaks now, or at least our character is. So let's be nice to him. Let's recognize the pun that he tried to make there. I agree. If someone would take the time, you're more than just sound effects in a tank. No, I understand. It's hard to learn a new language. So your broadcast pattern is Robco Termlink, but not by choice. Science 75 check. Nice. If that's Robco Termlink protocol, doesn't that mean it can be hacked? It'll only take a second to violate your rights and make your voice mine. No, we won't do that. That's mean. If that's Termlink code, don't worry. I'm not going to take advantage of your exposed code. Cool. So we get 500 XP for that. That's nice. And we got Karma. Karma is not an issue in this game, as I mentioned many a time. Not a problem. I know what it's like to be experimented on, because I was experimented on by you, in fact. About when I first arrived, tell me you didn't sonjaculate into my sonic emitter. Well, there had to be some other way to fire it up. Can we at least talk it over next time? Nothing to be embarrassed about. It's just that it's best to keep that stuff private, you know. Usually, this is a weird one. Usually, I can find some cram lying around, put some duct tape around the lid, and it's good to go. That's a bit of a weird insight as to how our character, the courier, masturbates. Okay. Nothing to be embarrassed about. It's just that it's best kept that stuff private, you know? Okay, now that we know each other better, can you tell me about the sonic emitter? Told you this game gets weird. Really, huh? Yeah, I understood the part already. Well, Projecto is kind of evident. Emitter works better. Let's say that. Okay. Apparently we can understand this now. Higgs Village. Can you point it out on my Pip-Boy? Awesome. Okay, so we get Higgs Village location on our Pip-Boy from this on a map marker. Cool. That's really good, actually. So your house is there. So there's an emitter code in your house in Higgs. Oh, 2 codes. One for the jukebox and one for the opera. Nice. I'll keep an eye out. Thank you, 8. That's really useful. Okay. Alright. So we got all the information that we need out of 8. I also need to speak with now... Oh, there's so many... I wish I had more carry weight. There's so much useful stuff here. I don't think I need to talk to Boris about anything. Tell me about the radar fence. He was the one who knew about that, actually, right? Yeah, let's ask him about the radar fence.
The radar fence protects us all. If evidence is correct, the one who built it is me. It keeps anything with a disembodied brain inside, like us. And anything without a brain, also inside. It is the ultimate defense against communist aggression. There'll be no infectious ideas on my watch.
There he goes again with communism. He's really afraid of it. That fence doesn't make much sense to me. Wait a minute, that means you're trapped here. So I get my brain back, I can leave.
What? Why would you do either of those things? That is madness.
Banana. How the hell do you understand that? I don't know. The courier does somehow. Somehow he does.
We're pretty sure. We would know. Ever since my anxiety-filled days of powerlessness and being bullied in American high school, I have dreamed of such security as the fence. That and giant cybernetic dogs that would ruthlessly patrol and kill anyone who wasn't my friend, like Richie Marcus and Betsy Bright.
Sort of repressed memories coming out of these scientists.
Smoking in your radioactive coffins. I'm glad you never came to my birthday party.
Don't you want to leave here? But there's a whole world beyond this place. Let's be really careful in what we tell them about outside of Big Mountain. Don't you want to leave here?
No. Beyond is death, despite mounting evidence to the contrary. No matter where these strange humans wander in from with their ideas and new brains, there is nothing beyond Big Mountain.
Interesting. Evidence to the contrary?
Enough! Stop filling my precious brain cell units with irrelevant data. You sound like the other visitors, making wild claims of a world beyond, where there is a war beyond war. It is unproven and unthinkable. Bother the other doctors with your crackpot theories. I have no time. None of us do.
Interesting. Okay. So, according to him, they don't think there is actually anything beyond Big Mountain. So that's interesting. Let's ask him about the Mobius in the Forbidden Zone.
The malignant tumor that is Mobius plagues us all. His hunger for power, insatiable. From his lair in the Forbidden Zone, his terrifying Robo-Scorpion army clicks and whirs across the crater of Big Mountain, ever seeking, ever stinging. He must be stopped, or all of Big Mountain shall be destroyed.
So they're really setting up Mobius as a sort of the villain of this DLC, like a sort of mad scientist. Why does Klein want these particular technologies?
There is logic and purpose in it. If these technologies are needed to pierce the Forbidden Zone, so be it. Science is powerful, and in the right hands, our hands, if we had hands, we would be nigh unstoppable.
Cool. All right. Last thing, can you tell me about the Big Mountain?
It is our home, threatened by the horrors of Mobius. All we wish to do is continue our research, layer upon layer, above and beneath the floor of the crater, until we have our answers. But no, Mobius will not let us rest, scaring us with his scary robots with their laser tails and blowing up all the time.
Why have you leveled this place? I saw the expanse from the balcony. You've made a mess of this landscape. This crater looks like it's been tag teamed by a giant fuckbots. Let's go. Why have you leveled this place? That's probably the most polite.
It was not our first choice of testing grounds, but we no longer have the luxuries of our test cities. Then we lost the mountain. After the explosion, we couldn't find it anymore. So the crater became our testing grounds for science.
There we go. So there's the confirmation that this used to be a mountain, but they blew it up and used the crater as their test facilities. Test cities?
Yes. In the past, individuals would come to us, pay for technology, and if their town, community, or city was just right, we could use that city as a controlled experiment. Vault-Tec was much better at it, of course. We had to make do. Get permission. Sometimes. If only we could have used commie cities. But capturing whole cities was hard, so we captured enough commies to make cities of our own. So we had a group of Chinese prisoners to experiment on. Those were the days. But the true test was science on unsuspecting Americans. Whether it was
Bear with me, guys.
holograms,
2 seconds.
dots, toxins, vending machines, we wound them up, let them go into tiny, isolated towns. Then we observed.
Heyo! Sorry about that, everyone. Oh god. Ugh. There we are. There we are. All good. Sorry about that. Right. So he said some interesting stuff there about these sort of experimental cities. I think what he was hinting at was that he meant sort of prisoner camps, and they had basically Chinese prisoners of war to experiment on in these camps. He also brought up Vault Tech as well, that they were much better at this sort of thing, because they were the ones that obviously built the vaults underground for people to survive in when the bombs dropped. But they secretly were social experiments, every single one of them. Some of them a bit more messed up than others. But yeah, but lots of interesting information that he said there. Now, what was this explosion?
Boom! Yes, quite unexpected and embarrassing. All better now after the landscaping, though. Much more pleasing to our monitors. And the crater helps keep everything inside, because it is bowl-shaped.
Okay. I had other questions. Yeah, I think we've asked everything. That's fine. I didn't notice, because I had to dash off. Did him talking about the Chinese prisoner camps, did that actually give me a map marker? Because I hope it did. It did not. Okay. Alright, that's unfortunate, because that's somewhere I have to go immediately, basically. Is to the camp that he mentioned. Now, I'm going to quickly speak to Dr. Zero again. I heard you and 8 were attacked by previous visitors.
I don't like to talk about it. 8, he can't talk about it. They fried his voice module. Something good. It wasn't all the visitors, though. Only one of them got out of control. He's the one that took control of Little Yangtze.
Little Yangtze, that's where I want to be going. Tell me what happened.
This human, I can't believe it. He broke out of the think tank in seconds. Then he went for Yangtze, got bomb collars, and started practicing on the subjects that were still there until he got the right frequency. We were sending robots to stop him, and he was slicing and cutting through their shells with some souped-up laser gun like they were cheese paper. When he hacked into the mainframe, 8 tried to stop him and got fried. Me? He rerouted my processors to take control of the train network here. If you see the tunnels with the trains plowed into them, you can thank our visitor for that. He wrecked the whole place. While we were trying to keep containment on the surface, turns out he used one train to punch out a tunnel and escape. Sealed now, but...
Okay, so that's the second of the 2 visitors that they've had prior to me. One was the courier, of course, and then there's this guy who looks like he caused quite a ruckus for the think tank, and actually broke out of Big Mountain as well. Now, Little Yangtze, that's the place I want to be going to next. So, who were the others?
2 other human specimens. One arrived not long after the troublemaker, and the last one, not sure when he showed up.
Salmon, what's up, dude? Happy Wednesday, Mecca. How's it going? It's going really well, Salmon. Thanks for asking. How are you, buddy? Happy Big Wednesday to you. Happy Big Wednesday, Salmon. Hope you're doing good, buddy. Hope you're having a good week. Right, let's get you a quick shout out before we go into any more dialogue, Salmon. Let's have a look what we got today. Spelunky! Amazing.
I don't even have words for that one, yo. Wait, watch this. Speedrun strats. Oh no!
What happened? What happened? Something bad. The Unhappy Salmon. I'm great. Finally off work, so I'm relaxing now. And thanks for the shout out. No problem, dude. You know you always get a shout out in these parts. Now then, Dr. Zero. Why is that?
Klein knows things we don't. And I think you told some of those things to the last visitor. Dangerous things if they ever got out.
Oh, you accidentally killed the dog. Oh, that's what happened. Okay. Right, okay. That's all I need to speak to Dr. Zero about for now. I'm sure Klein said that Darla knew something as well.
And you return as...
Not exactly. I have questions I need answers to.
How randomized? Ask your...
Oh god, she's got loads more speech. Okay, let's get through it all. It won't take long. I feel strange in here, peaceful but on edge.
It is the pacification field emitters that are broadcasting into the emptiness of your skull. Without a brain, your aggression is suppressed in here.
Salmon, how's the blues of Old World? It's really good. It's been really funny so far. We're just gathering information mostly though. The whole time we've been here, it's just been a load of dialogue. But we're almost through it all. And once we are through it all, I'm going to take my break, and when we come back, we'll get deep into Big Mountain proper. So apologies, there's been a lot of dialogue so far, but it is a really big intro into this DLC and a lot of dialogue. But we'll be getting into things proper shortly. Now, is there a way to shut it off?
Why would you want such a thing? You might surrender to your hormones and commit primal aggression on me, on us, again and again. Then I would have to return the favor, activating my vivisectors and gently lobotomizing you from behind. Not something I would relish doing.
Dr. Darla here as well, by the way, is a massive pervert.
The field is to have a brain, and we extracted that like we do all lobotomites here.
I had other questions.
Perhaps you are stuck in a looping gesture of verbal intercourse.
Why did you remove my brain, and how?
Oh, removing it is a simple procedure. Well, except the complications it can cause to the heart and spine. But once the heart and spine are gone, no trouble at all. Clamp the subject down. One laser incision around the skull. Crack, snip, done. The brain is finally free of the skin envelope, which is then kept automated for cleanup duties around Big Mountain. Lobotomites. With you, however, something is definitely wrong. We've never had a lobotomite who kept speaking after being forcibly lobotomized. I am relieved the pacification field is working. If it didn't, I would broadcast some concern to my colleagues about safety protocols.
But how am I still talking and walking around?
That is a good question. My theory is that the Tesla coils in your brain pan are still connected to your brain somehow. It really could be anywhere. Brains are a lot smarter than most researchers give them credit for. We still have your spine and heart. If you were to somehow find your brain, wherever it schlorped off to, you could humanically reduce yourself again.
Okay, cool. So we can put our brain back in if we find it, basically. Can you tell me about Dr. Mobius?
Dr. Mobius, a monstrous brain creased with wrinkles of 1,000 evils, with but one jaundiced eye with which to perceive the world. Exiled from the think tank for crimes too heinous to remain in recorded memory, and perhaps differences in research methodology. His one terrible eye forever peers at us, an eye of ever-increasing magnification. He watches from his dome in the Forbidden Zone, spying on us all.
Okay. I don't understand how the tech Klein wants will help.
It'll all become clear. If not, at least we will have the technology here at the Dome, where all technology belongs. When we have all the technology, all the answers, we can share it with the world, piece by piece. All will be in order, and all will be like Big Mountain.
Okay. Finally then, can you tell me about the big empty Big Mountain?
This mountain
Schlocked off to his, my new favourite thing. It was a good word, right? Schlorped.
where all questions can be answered. You'll see. No matter what your questions, Big Mountain will provide the answers, as it has done for so many before you.
Previous test subjects?
Oh yes, we've had other subjects visit. It's why we had to calibrate the pacification field and warm up our brainial beams and vivisectors. Only a short time ago, we had 3-1 subjects arrive, and they ruined several experiments, and even injured 2 of our staff.
There we are. It's just more about Ulysses and Elijah then.
You, however, we have taken precautions to ensure that problem won't repeat itself. We've conditioned you so you can't speak of this place, discuss our secrets, or attempt to use force against us in any way. Isn't that nice?
So basically all these precautions in place so that I can't attack, fight, speak of, or anything of that nature that she just mentioned is all because of the 2 previous visitors that they had before me, which was the courier and this second one who caused a commotion. Why did you say 3-1 subjects before?
Because 3-1 is 2. 2 spoke to us, one after the other. One mean, one curious. But there was a third we didn't speak to.
Oh?
The last one is the -1. It got traumatized, then taken to one of our medical centers for de-traumatization. A rather unsettling procedure.
So there was actually 3. Okay. What happened with the visitors?
Ask Dr. O. And you could have asked 8 once, until he was severely damaged in the attack. We like him better this way.
Okay. Alright, I think we've spoken enough then, Dr. Darla.
Next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
Okay, now my weight situation is most unfortunate because there is loads of good stuff in here now. Some of it I've stored myself. If we look around these foot lockers, what I would like to do eventually at some point is take all of this stuff that's useful out of here and put it in the think tank. But right before I go on my break now, I just want to take a little look around up on this upper level, because these are all the rooms of the members of the think tank, and they're all reflective of whose room is whose, basically. In some instances more obvious than others, of course. I think this is supposed to be Dr. Zero's because of all the scrap electronics. As we know, he's their robotics expert, but he always ends up breaking any robot that he comes in contact with. What's in his trunk? Well, I'll take that. And then... Nice, okay, cool. So I think that's safe to say that that's Zero's room there. Now, they might just be outside their stations, so if that's the case, this should be Dr. Darla's. And I think it's quite obvious that this is Dr. Darla's room. There's teddy bears here, sexy sleepwear, loads of mannequins set up in various different scenarios. Being that she's so perverted and obsessed with the human form, I think it's safe to say that this is her room. Let's check her trunk. Take all this drain stuff. This is doesn't weigh anything, is really useful as well. We can convert that into ammo. Also, interestingly, broken mirrors. Broken mirrors there. I think we'll remember that. Now, who would this be? This appears to be Klein, if I'm not mistaken. Here we are. Yeah, this looks like Klein's room. He's the head of the think tank, of course. This is very neat. It's got books in it. So, what's in his trunk? Empty. Okay, interesting. This one, this next one should be 8. Oh, this one's locked. Okay. Easy lock, mind. So we can pop this, no problem. Yeah, this looks like it's 8's. It's got all this sound equipment here. Obviously, we know from his speciality that this is probably his room. What's in these filing cabinets? Bottle caps? Hell yeah, I'll take bottle caps. What about these ones? More bottle caps. Fantastic. Even more bottle caps. I would take them, but they weigh 2. Remember they're there, because we could sell them to the think tank. I will leave that there, because it has weight. There we go, they're fine. This one seems to belong to... Let's have a look, see. Ah, dog kennels. Dog kennels. So this one must be Boris. This one must be Boris. He's got a Dinky Dino toy as well. Awesome. 44 Magnum rounds. We'll take them. That doesn't weigh, so it's fine. We'll take that. Ammo box, small energy cell bulk. Oh, that weighs 5 though. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back in here and grab some stuff. Ooh, mentats. They don't weigh. We'll take them. And more. Cool. Alright, great. So, who could this, speaking of mentats, mine just wore off. Who could this last door belong to? Because we've covered everyone who's here. Oh, come on. There we go. More XP as well. Now, mentats lying on the floor. Mentats, more mentats lying everywhere. Lots of mentats lying everywhere. Now, I think that this room was supposed to be Mobius's room. Oh god. Right. Put the rest of the 44s in here. I think it's safe to say that it is Mobius's room. We'll get into why momentarily, but we do know that Mobius was their colleague initially before he went to the Forbidden Zone. So this must be where he lived. Is there anything else in here that I'm missing? Filing cabinets, carton of cigarettes. I would take to sell, but my weight situation is really bad right now. Small bin book, filing cabinet. Okay, I think... Ah, here we are. Mobius's glasses. Remember we picked up Dr. Klein's glasses? Now we got now we got Dr. Mobius's glasses. Let's take a look at them. Explosives plus 10, intelligence plus 2, and perception plus 2. Interestingly, these give you damage threshold 1 as well. Not many glasses do that. Interestingly, Mobius's glasses are intelligence 2, where Klein's are intelligence 1. Now, if you remember, when we were talking to Klein, it became more and more evident that he seemed jealous of Mobius. Was always discrediting his scientific prowess. Now, if we, because Fallout often is brilliant at telling environmental stories, if we look at his glasses, maybe the jealousy stems because Mobius was actually better than Klein. Who knows? Now, both of these are going to be really useful for me. Explosives out in the field more, because my explosives right now is quite bad, if I remember. Yeah, it's on 24. Whereas, if I need to do any repairs, I'll get plus 5 repairs on this pair of glasses. I'm going to put the Mobius glasses on for the time being, though. Okay. Now, I believe that we just we've dealt with everything conversation wise with the think tank. Okay, there's a lot of dialogue at the beginning of this DLC, which I do apologize for. However, I'm going to take a quick break now, right? And when I come back, we'll get into Old World Blues proper and go exploring around the big mountain. So apologies, I know it's like a lot of dialogue. I didn't realize as well how overdue we are a break. No wonder my butt's crying out to me to get up. Right, so if you bear with me, everyone, okay, give me the usual time, 5 minutes, but no longer than 7, and I will BRB, and we'll get into the DLC proper.